Hey, good morning everyone. It's Blue. We are back with another video. It's pretty early in the morning. Well, I guess it's only 7. I've been working for a little bit already now. But I want to record this video before all the kiddos woke up. So let me open up a few of my programs here. Okay, Discord's open. Good. Okay. So I wanted to just give a huge shout out. I was like, hey, this last video, oh, you guys can't even see it, that I did, I was like, man, it's doing pretty good. Got some really nice comments on there as well. Appreciate that. But the thing is, like, the video is doing obviously better than a lot of my videos just in a couple days, and I was like, man, I wonder what's going on here. You know? And I was like, hey, let me just go ahead and check through the Feral Discord, you know, because something's got to be going on here. And I was surprised, man. I was surprised by some of this stuff. So this video, we're just going to read through some of the comments here that people have been making. Here's this one. Ignore Blue's retarded opinion. He can moan his way through his 15 all day. You know what? We're going to say this one was fair, I guess, on my last video. And I apologize. It wasn't like super... you know, super serious. I try to make some of my videos, you know, I try to do better with my videos, but yeah, it was a little bit of moaning. Blue is one of the worst content creators I've ever seen. His ideas and math is awful. You know what? Let me open up this one too. All things feral. Maybe this one's it. Oh, did I not save it? Okay. Just so this dude understands, this guy's a little upset about one of my last videos when I said, hey, during Berserk, and I haven't looked through this in a while, during Berserk windows, you probably shouldn't proc your blood talons. So I went ahead and did the math. Ooh, something happened with my values here. So I went ahead and did the math, and the guy's right. You know, it's actually is more valuable to proc blood talons during your Berserk windows. So I did go ahead and do the math on that. Just in case that dude is watching the video and he wants to know, I actually did graduate ASU with a degree in physics, and I actually work at a bank currently where I investigate fraudulent accounts. So good thing none of those actually have to do with math, right? Okay, so here's where he posts it, so this is probably why it's getting a lot. Blue quits feral. Oh, where did that one? I just jumped to it. Oh, okay, Blue quits feral. Did you watch Blue's video? Yeah, 4 was crap talking to him about it before. Blue posted the video in here. But guilty, where is your video? If you really were an expert like Blue, you would have a video on YouTube. That's probably a joke there. But hey, whatever, I appreciate it. Okay, so here's the best one though. Is we actually have Guilty starting to put some of my stuff. So this one's really good. This one was kind of funny. He was just saying this is completely false. It's no way dependent on any of these things. So if you're not aware of Guilty, Guilty's actually the guy that writes the guide videos for Feral Truths. I would say me and him probably have some differing of opinions, you know, but that's why I have my own channel, and I don't post a lot of stuff on the Discord because a lot of people believe with what he says. But this one regarding what he linked here, this is actually one of my videos where it says dependent on free cast, CDs, and energy. That's actually about the new blood talons. The new blood talons requires you to cast, you know, 3 spells within 4 seconds. Those 3 spells, the energy cost is actually over 100. It requires you over 100 energy to cast those spells. And a lot of times when you're going to be trying to cast those spells, you're going to start from 0. So by him saying it's completely false, he's saying pretty much ferals actually regen, you know, over 100 energy within which is within 4 seconds, which is actually false. So I don't know why he's trying to fight here, but you're going to see later on he's just going on me, which is very interesting coming from like the feral guy and also like the guy over this Discord. But he says, I've listened more. This man needs a caretaker. And so, or we'll just read up here. So they start talking, I don't know. Somebody starts talking about something on my video. And the talent might as well finish to deal damage. Okay. Wasting a global cooldown on an ability that deals 0 damage. Yeah, never mind. This man is a hardcore idiot. It's like, whoa, dude. You know, I would just, you know, expect a little bit more coming from like somebody of the feral community that I would say is not just an average Joe, and it's just like this is some dude that you know, I've never met this dude, but it's like, oh, I had some respect for this dude, you know, prior. But we'll just continue reading on. Somebody posted this. What people think about feral druid DPS looks like a huge thing, and it's actually just bites. That's pretty good. And then he goes on, so he's not done, man. He's bashing. Man's just straight up effing stupid. Shouldn't be allowed out of the house without a supervisor. Yeah, okay. And somebody's like, wait, who? And he says, I've listened more. So he's just getting aggravated listening to my video. I didn't really want the video to just aggravate somebody, but I guess he's just getting frustrated. I've listened more. This man needs a caretaker. This blue guy. So I mean, so yeah, that's what I woke up to. Is like, hey man, let me, you know, my video is doing something. So let me just do a quick search. And you guys can do that too. Go on the Feral Discord and just search blue, and you guys can see what your fearless leader is saying about me. You know, and it's just like it is what it is, man. I expected more, but whatever. All right, guys. So for this next portion of the video, I mean, there's quite a big difference that I've noticed between me and Guilty, you know, and I don't agree with some of the stuff that he does, you know, and again, that's kind of why I do my own thing. So I did go ahead and pull up his logs here, you know, so you guys can see, you know, it's just like this is the guy that's trash talking me as I'm saying I'm leaving, you know, playing Feral, you know, and it's just like you guys can see, you know, like really what's the difference between, you know, this individual who's making guides for everybody, you know, and me. So you can see here, I mean, like it's, you be like, oh, Blue, why'd you pull up his parses? I don't know how I'm going to do this actually. Let me see if I, you know, but I would say probably the biggest difference between Guilty and I that I've noticed over the time that I have played Feral is he's actually really reliant on his sims. Whereas I think I'm more reliant on like an understanding of the class, and you know, you may take that offensively, but I do notice like he is really reliant on, you know, what sims are telling him. And as you're going to see, like a lot of these boss fights, he's doing really well. Now you're going to see something out of these boss fights though that you actually can't see is the times here. So I'm in a progression guild, so you see like 5 minutes 31 seconds, you know, and you pull up his, and it's like 3 minutes. A lot of these fights, he's cruising through these. You know, like this is just him being in a guild that's just crushing content. Now, if you actually pull up our gears, you're going to notice something different too. Is I don't actually run crit mastery like everybody else. The thing about it, I know Guilty puts it in his guide videos for everybody and also new ferals, and I actually run into a lot of ferals, you know, that run crit mastery. And the thing about crit mastery is it's really more of a parsing build, if anything. The reason is because mastery makes your bites do more damage, but as the fight elongates, you know, and you're not actually, you know, reliant on your time warp or your bloodlust, and then you berserk. You know, once those are done, and it's actually like, hey, you can actually go through rotation really quickly, and it's not just about your bites, it's about just biting as quickly as possible, and more about like the elongation. Actually, critical strike and versatility pull more further together, or further than, you know, you would on a progression, and that's just because you do want to buff the spells that actually are not just your bites, but the spells in between, and that's actually what I run. You know, I know this isn't the best thing, but it's just like you could even click on these and it's just like, okay, well, like Guilty, like I know you're doing really good, but you're also killing it really fast, and it's just like, well, is your guild carrying you, you know, or like are you being, or is like, are you carrying your guild, you know? And that's the thing that like people don't realize, and why I make guides. It's just like, dude, as a feral druid, I know I'm not like in the best guild, but you know, like I always am like doing the top of my damage, you know, for my guild. You know, it's just like things like these. So, and it's just like perfect. So perfect is just like, okay, dude. So it's like you joined a really good guild, so you think you can trash talk the community, and it's just like, well, okay, you've been playing for a while. I mean, like, let's check some other stuff. It's like, let's look at Nihilitha. You know, what happened? If you look at these, you pull these up. Okay, 313, 340. You know, are you in that good guild? 314, 340. Okay, no, look, you're actually in a guild that's really similar to mine. You know, you're still progressing a little bit faster than mine. But it's like, dude, what's going on here, man? Like, why are you trash talking me? You know what this is actually? This is actually me playing the Incarn build. I don't know what I just clicked on. That's what this is. This is me doing the Incarn build. I even put a video about the Incarn build. And I said, hey, the Incarn build is way to parse. This is me barely progressing through this stupid, you know, this expansion. You know, I compete against individuals that like are in yourself or in these really high-end tier guilds that are just crushing content, and I don't mind, you know, like I got a family and I got stuff to do. Unfortunately, you know, like I can't raid that often, you know, so I like progressing, but it's just like this stuff right here. The reason you're not running this build that I am is because it didn't sim. When I brought the Incarn build, when I actually first said it, I was like, hey guys, nobody's running this, and this is the reason why this is like a 3 parse, you know? It's like, dude, I don't ever get like these low, and it's just like all it was is because this was something that if you simcraft it, it produced less damage than the meta build. So it's like, yeah, on paper, it didn't perform well, but it's just like, dude, like the way I think, like I can tell, it's just like, because like I don't need to rely on Simcraft. I don't need to rely on what, you know, Simcraft tells me how to play my class, you know? So it's just like, there's that, you know, some people are like, oh, I don't know who blue is. It's just like, okay, we probably haven't been playing for very long because I've been putting guide videos out for a long time. Okay, so we both didn't play for Crucible, for Battleflag, for Desire Lore. If it comes up, again, we can even check my time. So you got a really good parse on this one. So you killed it in 117, whereas I killed it in 157. I mean, that's not a big difference, but that's still pretty good. You know, but it's just like still, Jadefire, 85%, 87%, 96% on Grong, 93% on Grong, 100% on Opulence, 90% on Opulence. Like, what's your Grong time? 336. Mine is 450. It's like, dude, you should be pumping out a lot more damage than that, man. You know, and it's just like, how are you going to call me an effing idiot when I obviously play the class better than you, and you've been playing this class a lot longer than me? You know, it's just, it seems like it's a little bit, you know, not very professional. I'm trying to click on this. Uldir. Okay, you want bear during Uldir. I didn't really do Uldir either. Yeah, Uldir was a mess for Feral. Let's not talk about Uldir. You know, but it's just like all this stuff I'm talking about. It's just like, dude, you know, you really shouldn't be bad-mouthing me when it's like the only time you're doing better than me is when you join a guild that just like carries you. You know? It's like, dude, come on, man. That ain't right. You know, and something else. Look at this, man. This is PTR Guide, December 7th, 2019.
We're going to go over that. It's pretty easy.
I'm going
this
over
is,
the
you know, during raid, so it's pretty chill. But there's going to be 2 tiers of corruption. The best one obviously is going to be the corruption, where it's going to give you increased damage of your critical strike. You're really going to want
thing you're going to do
an amount of percentage.
Is increase the amount of critical strike you gained. Let's look at your pin. I'm on the wrong channel. You know, let's take a look at your pin. Corruption vendor. Let's jump to this. This is on 523. Severe 2 to 4, and then severe, and then you run 3. The rest strike through. Yeah, dude. I told you that almost 6 months before you post this, man. And it's like, don't be bashing me, man. It's like it's a little bit uncalled for and unnecessary, especially when like I'm putting these guides out before you even you're able to look at your sims and then read your sims and tell the community this is what I'm doing. With the critical strike and mastery build, you would never know about the critical strike and versatility build, even though I would say it's better for the majority of the community. The majority of the community is going to follow you, and that's fine. But it's like, dude, when I run into these people and they're like, dude, how are you doing more damage? And it's like, I got to tell them, be like, yo, you would never know this because if you put any mastery gear on, Simcraft will automatically tell you mastery is where you need to go because it can't change what you already have on. You start doing critical strike versatility, you're going to see versatility performs better, even in dungeons. You know, it's not all about the bleeds. You put some wild flushing on there, and your swipes are going to be doing a lot of damage, and versatility is going to increase your swipe damage. Take a look at this. Where am I? So you're on Nivelotha, man. Take a look at your N'Zoth. Let me put this one over here. Man, the reason you probably died on that one, we'll give it to you. I don't know if you died or not, but the reason your Zoth's doing well is like, look at your Reaping Flames, man. It's not doing so hot. Let's go back here so you can actually see like how, look at, it's doing 8.5 million damage, but it's mostly about your bites. It's just like, you would perform so much better as if you went crit versatility on that one. It's just like, I know I only progressed, this is only like 88%. You know, my guild, we didn't progress very much, but it's just like, look at my Reaping Flames. 8.36. You killed it. You killed this boss. And I'm only 88%, and my Reaping Flames started doing more than you. And look at how much my Reaping Flames is doing. You know? It's just like, this is stuff you would not know about, because Simcrafts is not going to tell you how to play the N'Zoth fight. You need to know about the class. You need to know about the specific class in order to perform well with it. You know, and it's just like, look at your guides, and you're telling everybody this stuff, and it's just like, dude, that's a parsing build, man. You're telling the community to run parsing builds. And it's like, man, I don't know. You know, I just didn't really expect that from you, and it's just like, you know, it's like, I feel like I've actually given to the feral community, and the whole ideas about these videos was me just like trying to give to the feral community. Now, I watched your video with Slooty, or whatever his name is, and it's like, after that video post, Blizzard made changes to feral. And it's just like, I was really hoping you were actually going to represent the community and say some of the problems. But you're like, no, this is all good. And he's like, Suda's like, hey, do you guys have any ideas of what you could do to change? And you're just like, no, I don't know. And the other guy's like, well, I mean, there could be some changes, but I don't really know. And then it's just like, okay, so I actually put some ideas, I put myself out there and actually come up with ideas. And of course, it's easier to bash the guy that comes up with ideas than somebody that's not able to come up with them all. It's like, come on, man. You know, but it is what it is, you know. So it's just like, done, you know. I'm done with the feral community. It's just like, just leave in the Discord, man, because it's like, how do I even leave? Leave server. Yeah, about time. Yeah, but there it is, you guys. Sorry again for the crying and the ranting, but now you know about your fearless leader. So, whatever. But anyways, take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoy your day. Peace.